All right, you guys, the Pop Culture Junkie Podcast is about to jump into season 3. That is crazy, you guys.
1, 2, 3.
You can count on the Pop Culture Junkie Podcast being around for a 3rd season. And I'm super stoked because I was thinking about it, and there's a lot of shows out there that never even made it to a 3rd season. And they're like some iconic, really good shows.
So we're basically more iconic than the Munsters and the Addams Family.
Yeah, the Oblongs, Lizzie McGuire.
We are a pretty iconic quad.
Yes.
Quad? We're a quad.
Squad.
Quad squad. Hashtag it.
So you could start cosplaying as us if you want to. If you want our autographs, we're open to that. We will send you a headshot if you request it.
We'll send you our farts in jars if you request it.
Absolutely. Like, we have reached that level now, entering our 3rd season.
Pretty famous, you guys.
You don't even have to ask for my headshot. I'm just going to start sending it out.
I almost thought she was going to say you don't even have to ask for my fart.
She's just going to fart.
You don't have to do that either.
I'm just here.
Nicole's been farting in this studio for the past 3 years, so it's just in the walls now.
It's not the new dog here. It's me.
It's just in the atmosphere.
Okay, did you guys ever watch a show that, like, got canceled too soon and you just absolutely loved it, and now you feel a little better because we're better than that show?
Yes. Absolutely. So there's a show called Joan of Arcadia that my mom and I used to watch back in the day. And it started with that "What If God Was One of Us" as the theme song. Yeah. And she basically gets visited by God. Her name's Joan. I loved that show. We would watch it every single week. And then it was just abruptly canceled at the end of season 2, I believe. And it leaves it on such a cliffhanger, and it's never resolved. And to this day, it eats at me.
So we have to resolve Pop Culture Junkie. We can't end on a cliffhanger.
We can't be like, join us next week for the...
We can't be like Keanu 101 and not talk about John Wick.
Absolutely.
Or not talk about Bill and Ted's.
What about you? What 2-season show broke your heart or made you happy that it was canceled?
One of my favorites that is like kind of this little unsung hero of a show was called Eli Stone. Ooh. And it was about this guy who had a brain aneurysm, and he saw like musical numbers. So people would sing and dance. And it had Johnny Lee Miller played the main character, but it had like Tom Cavanaugh from The Flash. What? And it had, actually Matt Lesher, who also played Reverse Flash. Like, the 2 Flashes were both in this show.
Interesting.
And Victor Garber. And it was just these big giant musical numbers mixed in with this like really sad thing that this guy had a brain aneurysm and was dying. It was really, really good. And same thing, it ended on a cliffhanger. And there was a love story. Yeah. I felt like there was like something for everyone, but I'm also like a major Johnny Lee Miller stan, so I'll watch anything he does. But yeah, I've been sad ever since it got canceled.
Oh, man. That sounds really interesting. I've never heard of that before.
Really good. It was Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist before Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Mm-hmm. You know, the Munsters and the Addams Family only lasted 2 seasons, and that shocks me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm looking at this list, and a lot of these shows feel like they've lasted a lot longer than just 2 seasons. Like the Addams Family, and were they on? I think I watched them on Nick at Night. Were they on Nick at Night? Am I tripping?
Probably.
Yeah, and I think they just played all the time, and I for some reason thought because it's been it's
like a
black and
cultural
white,
thing, yeah,
and like it for me it seemed like they were like it was that year, and they were just still deciding to film in black and white the entire time. Like, I thought that was just a show that like lasted forever.
See, so it only takes 2 seasons to make that huge of a cultural impact, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't even know. 50 years from now, people are going to be looking back at our podcast and be like, man, cultural icons.
But I mean, we're going to be on season like 50 by that point. And they're going to be like, these people are still doing it.
They'll be like, this is like Law and Order. What the heck?
But see, like Lizzie McGuire too. Like, I thought like that was a recent show.
So
sort of.
Lizzie McGuire was only 2 seasons, sort of. It definitely, I mean, in the grand scheme of time, it was
around.
Kind of recent. We were all alive. So it had like 64 episodes, but it was only 2 seasons. So they just had really long seasons. Where I feel like most TV shows, a season is, I mean, if it's like a Netflix show, it's probably like 10 episodes. But some like of those NBC shows are like 25 episodes a season kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, nowadays people are like, oh, our show ran for 6 seasons and it's 5 episodes. I'm like, that's not even a season, dude.
That doesn't count.
It's a miniseries.
There was this other show that I watched on, I want to say it came on TGIF, which was a thing back in the day that every Friday evening, these like kind of, they were teenage shows, but they were a little more mature. Maybe there was some like implied sexuality. And there was a show called Popular, and I was obsessed with it. And it was just like kind of like Freaks and Geeks, like the popular kids versus the not popular kids.
Which only lasted for 1 season.
Oh, that's
true.
right.
Yeah.
And that show was canceled after 2 seasons. And it was another thing that was just a cliffhanger. And it wasn't TGIF, it was the WB, but all of those channels just kind of melted
it all
into my
blends.
brain. That might have been the WB when they had like the
frog,
the dancing frog. Hello, my baby, hello, my darling. But yeah, that was a cultural like reset, popular. And it was just boop, blipped out of existence too soon.
Man, I think that there's so many, like, I know Pushing Daisies I was obsessed with.
Oh, I loved Pushing Daisies.
Gallivant was another musical series that I
How
love.
many of these are on TV? I did not think that there were so many musical television shows.
More than you know.
I thought they just did that for like specials, like special episodes.
The musical episode.
Special series. The other show that I will go to bat for that I think not enough people like give recognition to, because like, you know, Pushing Daisies is one of those shows where just everybody recognizes it was canceled too soon and we all collectively mourn it.
Yeah.
But The Gifted, which was a show on Fox about the X-Men, basically.
Oh, that's
and
right.
It was, but they couldn't say X-Men or whatever, right? Kind of at
They
the
can't say
time.
mutants
They couldn't
either,
say
right?
mutants,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it was
But that was out recently too,
I
right?
forgot about that.
Yeah, it was a few
show.
years ago, and it had, I can't even remember his name. It's Anna Paquin's husband. He was on True Blood.
Yeah.
He was like the dad, and man, it was so good. It gave us some like really awesome X-Men characters, and it only lasted 2 seasons. And so I was like, oh, this show probably sucked. And so I checked it out after it got canceled and then got retroactively pissed off about its cancellation. 'Cause it was
Years
really
later, she's on Twitter just like, bring back The Gifted.
It's like, you guys remember The Gifted?
I mean, I feel like that's a lot of kind of Marvel shows too, though. Like there's so many Marvel shows that got canceled after 2 seasons. And maybe it's because they were just putting out so much content that wasn't fitting into the MCU. Like, I mean, Luke Cage was 2 seasons, Iron Fist. We did get the 3rd of Jessica Jones and Daredevil, but
So
The
lesson
Punisher, too,
learned.
was-
oh yeah, The Punisher was only
That's
2
true.
seasons. Yep.
So our lesson is don't put out too much content to overstretch ourselves. Don't deal with a writer's strike. So none of us can go on strike because that will also lead to our cancellation.
Yep.
We got to pull in the ratings. So be sure to like and share and subscribe. And
Tell your
follow
friends to
us
listen.
and vote.
Yeah, looking at this list, there's not many shows I've seen. I've seen 2 out of the 100 that we have in front of
What
us.
2 have you watched?
Lizzie McGuire and Gravity Falls, which were both on Disney Channel. And looking at Gravity Falls,
That's a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
And it's popular.
I was in high school and it only lasted 2 seasons, right? But it ran for 4 years, from 2012 to 2016.
Interesting. That's kind of like
But-
Lizzie McGuire. They just stretched those seasons out.
But yeah, I cannot say that I've sat here and watched many of these shows, and I'm glad I've not because I didn't want to get involved in one of these. And
You're just going to get let down.
yeah,
I will tell you to
Broken.
skip right over Midnight Texas, my friend. That is one you can just pass up. There are some on this list that I'm like, you should have been canceled.
There's another show that's definitely not 2 seasons. It's more than 2 seasons, but it got canceled. It's called Mom. It's on
Oh,
CBS.
yeah.
Like I said, I think it was like 7 or 8 seasons, and it got canceled way too soon. But
After 7 or 8 seasons, Jesus Christ. What do you
Nicole's going to be the one that when Law & Order SVU goes off the air after 23 years, she's going to be like, it was too soon.
Too soon. Hashtag too soon.
weren't
you know what show can go off air? Grey's Anatomy.
Dude, yeah.
That one's had a run.
So that's
for
our
its
other
money.
lesson. We can't overstay our
Yeah.
welcome.
You have to be like Breaking Bad, where you are like, you're still at the top and then you end it. Because,
Yeah.
like, I will die on this hill. Breaking Bad from beginning to end as a show is the greatest show ever made.
Okay, I haven't watched Breaking Bad, so I can't debate that point with you, but I can contend for the one that I watched that I think is the greatest show ever made. And it might surprise you because You would think it'd be the X-Files because I'm obsessed.
Yeah, like
right?
Buffy's my favorite show, but it's not the greatest show ever made.
Exactly. X-Files, fantastic. My favorite show, definitely not the greatest show ever made. Cohesively, start to finish, The Americans is the best show ever
I've
made.
heard you.
Yeah,
before.
it is like, that's one where it ended, and I was mad that it ended, but I was fully on board because they went out on top, and they told the story they needed to tell, and they didn't overstay.
I will watch The Americans if you watch Breaking Bad.
Deal.
All right. We're doing it. We won't say
Return
when.
and report. With all of our free time, Shauna.
We are definitely not busy married women with full-time jobs, but we're going to do this. God damn it. So what are some shows on this list that were canceled after 2 seasons that you're like, yeah, that feels right? Because for me, Joey, like, okay, Nicole, have you ever given Joey a try?
No.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's about Joey from Friends.
Yeah.
Wait, he had his own show?
He had us after Friends was canceled or ended or whatever. I don't think it was canceled. It just kind of came to a conclusion. They gave Joey a spin-off show just called Joey, and it was really bad. And it was about his like Italian family, but none of his friends that he's been super close with for the past whatever 10
So this is supposed
years.
to be after
Yeah.
the Friends
Yeah. He like moves somewhere and it's his show.
just forgets them?
Yeah, he's just like, screw those
That's
guys. But yeah, that was a show that definitely ran its course after 2 seasons.
Yeah, I would say V, the show V.
What's that?
It was this, and I barely remember it, which is now why, clearly why it was canceled. But I think it was based on like a comic series, and it dealt with like aliens coming and invading space, which is, it gave off like Battlestar Galactica vibes.
Interesting.
But it was so slow. You would watch an episode and you're like, wow, literally nothing happened. I'm surprised it lasted 2 seasons, to be honest.
I gave like Cloak and Dagger a try, but it never
Didn't
really.
you like Cloak and Dagger?
I didn't watch it. My husband
there was
did, and he
another-
liked it a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
It was okay. I think it kind of. I would
The
rather.
Runaways I did watch, like all
it good?
of. And it was like, a Marvel show, but for high schoolers.
Mhm, that's what Cloak and Dagger was.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell it was a CW show, and I've had my fill of CW superhero shows.
Yeah.
I'm all
Runaways
set.
was Hulu, and it was very like, it kind of that same type of thing. So I don't know. Like there are some shows that should not have lasted longer
Yeah, it
than
seems
2
like
seasons.
these these like Marvel superhero shows, because I see also here Marvel's Agent Carter.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was
dude.
gone too soon.
It was for real
Yeah.
because it like had just hit its stride. Like it really started getting good.
And they still
and then
reference
took
it
away.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still like a character in the MCU.
Yeah, it's canon. I mean, he went
yeah.
back and he got with her, which was sad a little because in Agent Carter, she actually gets with Agent Daniel Sousa. Like they have a romance.
Yeah.
And it ends kind of on this cliffhanger, like they're going to get together. And then it's not addressed at any point. And then Endgame comes out and Cap goes back in time and gets with her. And so it's like, oh crap, that sucks for Sousa.
I always thought that. I'm like, she had this whole life. What if she had like children and she fell in love with somebody else and they're just bloop?
Yeah. But I guess it split off maybe, right? Different timeline
I
or
guess that's
something.
true.
But then it was addressed later because in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Daniel Sousa, they save him. He was supposed to die, which is why they didn't end up together.
Jeez, well, hopefully he
Yeah.
gets some love. But
He did. He got with Sky.
nice. Good for him.
Yeah.
There's some shows on here that I've been telling myself that I want to watch. So Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23.
Freaking love it.
I love
I love
Kristen
that show,
Ritter.
yeah.
You
Love
guys
it.
watched it?
Yes.
Watch that.
Hilarious. James Vanderbeek plays himself.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
show.
so good. Yeah.
I
I
need
don't
to get
remember
on.
it, but I remember enjoying it. Yeah,
It's really good.
I feel like that's an Alex trope.
yeah.
He's
I don't
always,
remember it, but I think it was good.
Yeah, he's always like, oh, I love that. I don't remember anything that happened.
Life.
I mean, yeah. And then
What's yesterday?
I don't remember what happened yesterday, but I remember liking it. It was a good day. Dollhouse, too. I mean, I know Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
But like, I love Eliza Dushku.
Yeah, and it has like several actors who pop up in different Whedon things.
Yeah.
Are in Dollhouse. So yeah, you'd appreciate it. It was definitely worth watching.
I'm going to give those a try, especially because now I know they're only 2
Hold on,
seasons
also-
long.
I have been meaning to watch Party Down,
Party Down is so good.
which I like has a million people in it that are super, super funny. And I heard that they're doing like a remake
They
of
are.
it now.
What was that on?
So it was on Stars, and it's freaking hilarious. It's about like a group of caterers, like party caterers, and just the antics they get into. And
It's got Ben from Parks and Rec, and it's got like Ken Marino.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
And Lizzie Kaplan's in it, and she's just so good. So, yeah, definitely give it a whirl. And then when they do the remake, you can hop back on that party down bus.
I didn't know Jim Gaffigan had a show on TV Land.
Dude,
Isn't that for like old people?
It was the only good thing on TV Land. I think that's why it got canceled, because it was on TV Land, and I know like no one was watching it. But it was cute. It was like about his family, and because he's got this crazy big like 6 kids Catholic family, whatever, and it was about like loosely based on his life. It was actually really cute. I liked it. Yeah.
About TV, the thing about TV Land is that I feel like it's catching up to me. I feel like the shows that are now older in TV Land are
like Friends is on
things
TV
that I watched.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
I know.
And then Nick at Night changed to stuff that like I don't watch. Like it was like what was it? There was something on Nick at Night where I was like, that's new.
Yeah, they're trying to produce like original content. Like TV Land had Younger, that Hillary Duff show.
Oh,
and then it had Hot in Cleveland. Yeah.
That show was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, so they had some original content they were trying to put out, but
I wonder what that was. I wonder if it's like just him Did you watch it? Like, is it just like doing stand up, or is it like supposed to like follow him in his like make believe life?
the Jim Gaffigan show?
Yeah, the Jim Gaffigan show.
It had a plot, right?
Yeah.
He's a funny guy. The thing is, every time I see him, I think he's just gonna be talking like this the whole time. And so, like, I wonder if that's what this show is.
Does he use that voice the entire time? Hayley?
Not the whole time, but it does come out. Yes, it does come out. It has to. He's one of my favorite comedians, so I love him. Okay, but like for real though, Nick at Night, Friends, Mom.
Oh my God, on Nick at Night.
Young Sheldon, and Mike and Molly.
I love all these shows.
But Young Sheldon is still on TV, isn't it?
Okay, that's so funny.
Nick
You're
at
like,
Night.
I love all these shows because I literally am like, who watches?
That's what I'm thinking about these shows that you're mentioning. Who watches this? And wonder why I got canceled after
Nobody,
2
yeah.
seasons.
Nobody watches them anymore.
My shows are still on. That's why I'm watching them.
Nicole is like holding down the fort for CBS. She's like,
got
it's
you.
on CBS.
Nick at
I will
Night.
watch it.
Young Sheldon.
Hey, I've only watched Young Sheldon because it is on Nick at Night, and I'm like, this is actually a really funny show.
Did you watch Big Bang Theory?
No.
That's so funny
That's
to me.
usually on Nick at Night, right?
You would think, like, I was a big,
Mm-hmm.
I like Big Bang Theory, but I never watched
No,
Young
Young
Sheldon.
Sheldon is so funny. Like his twin sister, hilarious in the show. She's such a little smart ass, but it's so funny.
This is the generational divide. What was on Nick at Night when you were a kid?
Oh my God. I mean, you knew it was time to go to bed when MASH came on.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
MASH is boring.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I mean, I watched Laverne and Shirley. I love Laverne and Shirley, and I love Three's Company.
Happy Days.
Happy Days.
I loved Happy Days.
Yeah.
That's like the theme song is like one of my karaoke
And then when I got
go-tos.
into college, it shifted to like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters,
George Lopez.
Full House.
Yeah, George Lopez. Yeah. But no, it was, I love Three's Company. Oh, and The Facts of Life, which is incredible.
You guys remember Alf? Alf was on there.
Elf?
Alf.
He's like an alien
I was like, Will
puppet
Ferrell.
who eats cats.
Yeah, that was weird. I avoided that show too.
Yeah.
It
I loved it.
Weird. He's like a
Beverly
brother had
Hillbillies.
one.
Oh, Bewitched was great.
yeah. I watched Bewitched. Yeah.
You know what? That's the thing though, is like Nick at Night used to be this like way to like teach kids some culture and like some TV culture. Like those were iconic shows.
Yeah,
Like,
I Dream of Jeannie.
I wouldn't have known anything about those if I hadn't stayed up past my bedtime.
Nicole didn't even know what Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie are.
They made a remake to Bewitched, didn't they?
Yeah, with Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell. We don't talk about it here.
It wasn't good.
We don't talk about it.
Never has our generational divide been more apparent than during this conversation.
Then what did you watch on Nick at Night?
No, yeah. I mean, even like things on this list, like Addams Family and the Munsters. That's where I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like what else? The Wonder Years was on there for a little while.
Love the Wonder. What you do?
Okay, wait, here's a side note though. Do you have older siblings?
Yes.
I am the older sibling.
You are the oldest sibling.
I have an older brother.
I have 2 older sisters.
Okay, see, because I feel like a lot of like my appreciation for that stuff kind of before my time came because I had older siblings. And so they knew of that stuff and I wanted to know that stuff so that I could talk about it with them.
Yeah. I
I see that.
I was always such a weirdly pop culture obsessed person. Like I was watching all of those. I mean, we did like the I Love the 2000s on here, but I watched all of the I Love the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. I would kick everyone's asses if we ever played like Pop Culture Trivial Pursuit. And it'd be shows about like the 70s and people would be like, how do you know this stuff? Like, I watch a lot of Nick at Night.
It was
in VH1
Cheers too.
Yeah.
Cheers, Taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the weird kid in elementary school where like other kids would be like, yeah, my favorite shows are like Power Rangers and this and the other thing. And I would be like, I like The Nanny and Mad About You.
Frasier
and Wings. You know what I mean? Like I was Caroline in the City. I was watching all these like sitcoms for single 30-year-olds in New York City.
Same.
You want to know something weird? I was the kid that was watching Touched by an Angel on Lifetime.
Oh, I loved Touched by an Angel. Oh my God. It came on right after Walker, Texas Ranger.
No, you were on that.
I was on that. Listen.
The only clips I've seen of Walker, Texas Ranger are back when Conan O'Brien had the Walker, Texas Ranger lever and he would just play a random clip. That's the only time I've ever seen.
Iconic television, you guys.
Good. It was good.
I mean, I'm looking at the years of these and I just like, one, I wasn't even born for half of these.
So have you heard of any of these?
And two, I mean, yeah, I've heard of some, but like, and then two, if I was born, I was like only 10 years old. And I was
See, that's why you're a pop culture junkie though, because then it's like we get to rope you into all this stuff.
I mean,
you know? And then you teach us about, you keep us young.
But I've never actually sat down and watched them.
Well, thanks for keeping us in touch with the youths, Nicole.
I got you. Nick at Night now. I will beat everyone in trivia then.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because now like kids will be like, Nick at Night, like I'm just scrolling through TikTok for 8 hours before I go to bed.
No, you watch Nick at Night in your bedroom and then you watch infomercials on things that you can't buy because you're a child and don't have a credit card.
Or but don't stay up too late because then it gets a little weird.
Oh, and then the scramble porn comes on. Come on, you guys watch Scramble anyway.
No, I watched Undressed on MTV, which was not good for an 11-year-old. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they made people take their clothes off?
I mean, it was basically like, it was what, I guess, what porn would be if, there was no nudity.
It was like softcore. It was borderline softcore and like came on MTV at like 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not what like an 11-year-old.
But
like my parents would come in and I'd be like, back to Conan.
I'm watching Heroin.
MTV did the music videos later at night where I think I remember staying up a little later just to watch some twerking before anybody knew or like was, amping up twerking.
Absolutely.
And now they don't have to do that because everything's just on your phone.
Yep. They don't play music videos
anytime.
TV at all.
It's 1 p.m. at a Panera and this guy's just watching whatever he wants on his phone,
I'll open up my Instagram sometimes and I follow a lot of like sex positive accounts. But yeah, I'll be like at a Panera Bread and it's just like an ass. God.
That's why I had to stop using Tumblr in public.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one good reason to use Tumblr and they got rid of that. And so I don't use it anymore either.
Oh, man. So what have we learned? What have we learned here today?
I'm not quite sure what we've learned, but keep listening to the Pop Culture Junkie podcast to learn more of whatever that was.
I've learned never to watch any shows Hayley watches because they just get canceled anyway. It's
also true. You are not wrong. You are not wrong.
My mom's the same way. Whatever show she
I know.
watches,
I'm bad luck.
canceled.
I'm bad luck.
To welcome us into our third season of the Pop Culture Junkie podcast, we do have a new theme song that none of us have heard yet.
I'm excited.
We are going to hear it right now, and you will get our raw reactions as to what we think. And I am super, super excited to hear this because theme songs are a major thing in TV shows. So now it's going to be a major thing in our podcast.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Fill me up with a barrel full of monkeys, as I hate being bored, I hate being bored. Load me up cause I'm such a junkie, every day all I want is more. Give me all of the news, tell me what's new, just please tell me what's trending. Give me more, it's my identity, I don't care if the whole world's empty. Put it in my face, just put it in my veins, just put it in my veins, slide into my brain. So entertain me right now. So entertain me right now.
was
Dude,
dope.
I did not expect it to have words.
No, yeah, it's a whole
I
like
didn't expect it to
production.
be that long.
It was a full song.
I thought it was for like 20 seconds.
I thought it was gonna be like Pop Culture Junkie.
Dude, right? That song had hella words in
It's a
it.
whole thing. It's a whole. Like,
We're freaking impressed with
I'm like-
words.
Oh my gosh. When he's like, put it in my veins, we should be like doing drugs. Like,
that's what I said. I thought he said put it in my face.
I thought it was put it in my face at first,
That's
and
what
I was like,
heard.
"This is."
This. I was like, oh, let's put it in my
the entire
veins.
time. I'm like, put it in my face.
That's why Alex kept looking at me and going like this.
Yeah, I'm like, my mouth all open, taking it.
Dope.
Give me that entertainment. Put it in my face.
Yeah,
That's what I
there's
thought was
one part.
happening.
I want to listen to it again. There was this one part where it was pretty. There was some like innuendo in there.
I liked it.
It was very like, get all up in me.
Yeah.
Feel my body.
Want it in
But it-
my pants. I don't know what he said, but
That could either be about Pop Culture Junkie Podcast, sex, or a worship song. Get on my knees and fill
But
me
it's pretty
up.
catchy. Entertain me now. Right? How does it go? Entertain me. I need it bad. I need it bad.
yeah, it did say fill me up.
Fill me up.
Yeah.
How does entertain me. Oh,
There was
fill me
something
up.
about
Fill
filling
me up with entertainment. That's what we're here
I
for.
like
is
it,
to fill
dude.
people up with
The
entertainment.
entire time, for real, I thought it was about putting it in the face. And I'm thinking of a video, and I'm like,
What are you
okay,
putting in your
what
face?
exactly? I'm like, what could it be? Like, should we just like spread milk all over somebody's face?
Why milk? What the heck?
Fergie already did that in a music
He's
video.
like, pop culture is best represented by milk.
Vitamin D.
On Audible.
Now on Audible.
Get our milk now on Audible. Oh God! Cut that.
None of us are lactating right now. That song is so good it made me kind of lactate.
Oh my
Like that,
God!
she's like trying to get it off of her. I'm like,
It was really good. I'm excited to see the
We should
spoiler
definitely do
music
it.
video we're gonna do.
Yeah, dude.
I imagine like walls breaking, like just like, I'm
We're like Miley Cyrus. We're all naked with sledgehammers.
oh hell yeah,
Black
on a
leather
wrecking ball.
pants.
I'll swing it on a wrecking ball. Heck yeah!
No, that was great, and I think that was a great way to kick off season 3.
Yes.
It had words in it. You guys, somebody sang about
Sweet
us.
guitar
Yeah, I
solo.
was just gonna say.
I was trying
yeah, it
to be
was
like,
pretty
my
good.
face is melting.
I knew that's what you were doing.
good.
Our
All right,
faces
good.
melted
Yes,
off
our
together.
faces were melting.
See, I thought something was just going on your face.
No, our faces were melting at the sick guitar solo. And then Hayley took off her bra and threw it at the drummer. And then I flashed the lead singer. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
We had a moment.
This music video will be rated R.
Oh goodness.
That was good. That was good.
good,
I liked
yeah.
that. I liked that. Shit slaps, y'all. The official review.
I'm feeling it.
No, I'm feeling pumped, man. Need it bad in my veins.
I need a butt. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you listen to it, it'll be stuck in your head.
Yeah.
We just like goofed down about it, but I feel like if I would like to, I bet you I'm gonna sit in my car and I'm like,
See, I'm gonna turn that shit up in my car. I need it bad.
You're gonna get to the point of the podcast where we're talking and people are gonna be like, "Nope, rewind, back to the theme song."
Oh, these people are still here.
sweet guitar.
Put it as your ringtone like it's 2006.
yeah.
I need it bad. Oh my God.
There are people that still use ringtones.
What?
Yeah. I was
so
helping
embarrassing.
I was helping a friend move recently, and she had a ringtone, and this is like older woman, and I forgot what it was. It was like drop it.
Wait,
drop it
hold
low.
on. I'm confused. People don't use ringtones?
My phone's on
How do you know if your
silent.
phone
No,
rings?
not like that. Like,
No.
remember when your phone used to ring and it was like, it's
You could buy, like, a
getting
99
hot
cent
in here.
ringtone.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
you
they like had music.
Yeah.
All right, don't call me.
oh shit, someone call Hayley right now.
Yeah,
I think it's like the Avengers theme song or something.
I'm actually
God.
gonna call you right now.
Here's the thing. I get triggered when people call me. So if I don't have a ringtone, then
Just
it's just
have
like,
like the Apple, like do 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 do
oh,
do.
it sounds like an alarm clock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I gotta.
Wait, we're calling Hayley.
Oh, I silenced you.
Wow.
She needs a ringtone, but she's going to silence you anyways.
The shade.
What was that? Star
No, I
Wars?
meant to turn it on. No, hold on. Call
Okay,
me
call her
again.
back, call her back.
Call me again. I won't push a button.
The shade.
Do we have the rights to this? Is this
No.
allowed?
No, but no, we're just doing it anyway.
We'll mute it out.
Put our ringtone over it.
It's intense.
It's the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing.
Oh, okay.
That's triumphant.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I drive a S.H.I.E.L.D. car. Like, how do you guys not know that? That should not be a surprise.
It's like a little boomery of you, but I also like it.
That's cool.
Like, no offense. I say that
okay.
with love.
It's all right. My alarm in the morning is also like the Avengers theme song.
Is it? Mine is just like, get up.
You know, now I'm inspired to take that theme song and like apply it to you guys as ringtone.
Oh,
There you go.
okay. All of us need to make this our ringtone and be embarrassed in public that we are those people with ringtones.
Dude,
but it's okay.
I never stopped having a ringtone. It's not fine. I put on a Lego head and walk out in public. Like, my ringtone is the least embarrassing thing about me.
Truth.
You know, it's
All
fine.
right.
That's a good way to start our season 3. You know, I'm just going in really hard, breaking doors, putting it in people's veins, not faces. You could do both if you want.
We're gonna go guerrilla marketing style and just go up to people's houses and like police knock on their door and then
hold up a stereo like John Cusack and play the theme
This
song.
is the music video. I'm telling you, this is it. This is it.
Yeah, we could recreate like iconic film scenes with music.
I think Ariana did that, but that's okay.
Who cares?
We're gonna do it better
can
than
do it
Ariana
again.
did.
It makes more sense for us to do it.
Yeah, listen, Ariana, we had
Ariana
that
copied
idea.
us.
What's a popular Train Spotting? Let's recreate Train Spotting, but with I'll dive into a toilet.
Oh, I hate that part. Don't ever.
Dive into a toilet of milk. A bathtub full
Why
of
do we
milk.
all want to be covered in milk so
I was
bad?
just bringing it back up.
I could easily go my whole life without being covered in milk.
All right.
Some
all
milk
right.
and cookies.
It came up because I remember doing a short film when I was in high school. It was a high school project, and there was a time where they had to dump milk on me.
Okay.
So that
Do
was
you have footage of this?
there's a
And
picture
that
on
is
Facebook.
music video.
And there's another nickname for you, the Milk Boy.
Yep, there you go.
Hey, the milkman.
I know, yeah.
I could be the milkman. Ew.
God, no one say the word milk anymore.
You can find me at MIKL man letters. MILKMAN.
All right. It's
can the
late.
people
It is
find
late
you?
in the evening.
Where can the
and
people
this has
find
gone
you?
off the rails. So you can find me, Hayley, on Instagram at 30 Nerdy Thriving.
You can find me, Nicole, on Instagram and TikTok at Nicole_Eldridge and on Twitter, NAEldridge14.
Alex at ALCASNUN on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me, Shauna Trinidad, on Twitter and Instagram at Shauna Trinidad, SHAUNATRINIDAD.
And of course, you can find our podcast wherever podcasts are sold. Pop Culture Junkie, now on Audible, including our brand new theme song. And you can go to our website, popculturejunkie.com, get all the latest news and reviews for all things pop culture. Be sure to come back next week for another hit of pop culture.
Pop Culture Junkie is a production of Pop Culture Entertainment Group.
So entertain me